Okay, so now we are going to do a basic skirt. And to do that, it's mostly review. We're only going to be using one new tool, which is the rectangle tool. And so you can either click on it or you can do the tear out. So you have all of the shapes. And what a shape will do is, I'm just going to put a fill in so you can see what I'm doing. If I click and pull, it will create shapes that could be rectangles and squares. It could have curved edges. Ovals. And if you want perfect circles or squares, you can hold shift and that will constrain it so it will always be a perfect circle. Rather than if I take my finger off the shift key on the keypad, then it will be an ellipse of your choice. And I'm now going to delete these because I don't need them, but you will see where I will be using that in a moment. I'm currently on layer 2. I can tell, no, actually I'm on layer 3 because I have a green selection marker, which shows that I'm on a green layer. If I was going to go down to layer 2, my selection would be red, but I'm actually going to get rid of all of these. And if you ever want to get rid of an entire layer for any reason, you can just head down here to the little trash can and delete the whole layer. So I've got my croquis on layer 1, and then I'm going to be drawing on layer 2. I'm going to turn off my fill for I'm going to actually change my fill to a white. There we go. Okay. Technicals are black and white and black outline, white fill. Now I'm going to Control R. I've got my rulers, and then I'm going to put a ruler guide right down center front. There we go. And I want to make sure that my guides are locked. That one isn't. So I'm going to view is the pull down option. So it's beside window. It's the pull down view. And then I'm going to guides, lock guides. You could also go down here and clear all your guides as well if you ever wanted to do that. Okay, so the idea for skirts is the same as it was for, happened to my stroke and my fill. There we go. I want a black stroke. Why is my swatches? Get out of there. There we go. Black stroke, white fill. And I'm going to make sure I'm on a layer I can draw on, and I'm going to click out to the hip line. Now for this one, I'm going to click and pull to get the curve while I'm drawing. I could either also just go click, 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 and then curve them after. But this one, I'm just going to put a slight curve on it here, and then I'm going to take it right down to the hemline, which we'll do right around there. Take it back to the center, and you see that little pink intersect? What that means is the point that I'm about to draw is now right below the point above, which is what we want. And then I want to, again, escape, ESC on the keypad. So I just have half of my skirt, right? And then I'm going to do my flip, move it over, exactly the same way we were doing for our bodices. White arrow, marquee, right click join, or if you're on a Mac, I'm doing the touchpad and I'm just clicking down on my touchpad. One thing about marquees, if things aren't locked, marquee away from the shapes, because if you try to marquee here, you may end up moving things around, which you don't want. So if it's up here, then you marquee down. If you're doing below, you marquee up like that. And again, right click, join. So I now have a beautiful skirt. I want to put in a real quick waistband. And for that, I'm going to create a shape. So I'm going to, you probably don't need to be this precise, but I'm going to do it just for the sake of showing you this technique. I want to create basically a long rectangle across here to create my waistband. So I'm going to do that. And that's it. I mean, I have my lovely waistband. Now I want to show you one more tool called the Align tool. Now, say you draw your waistband and you're a little bit over like this. Now, if I select both waistband and skirt and head up to here, see these little guys? They are very handy because you can use them to align things through the center like that. It's also good for multiple shapes, as we will see when we're getting into mood boards. And then when I have something I like, I'm going to marquee them, and then I'm going to right-click group. That way it will function as one item. So that is the front of my skirt, where there is a front, there should be a back. So for this one, I'm going to Control-C, Control-V, to create two of them. They're exactly the same shape. I want to make sure the one in the front is arrange, bring to front, arrange those. And what I'm going to do for this to create the back of my skirt is I'm literally just going to draw a line from here. I can see where my center is, which is right around there. Right? I can draw a line from, I don't want to do that. There we go. Bottom to top, escape. So that's literally just a line. And then I want to give the impression of having some kind of a kick pleat so people could walk in this skirt. If it's, you got like it'd be a vent on a blazer, same idea on the back of a skirt. So I'm going to draw one nice little diagonal line like that. But as you know, with drafting, if something is not solid, like if it's a solid line, it would mean that was fabric sewn to fabric. This, we just want to fake that out like a top stitch. So to do that, we can head over to our stroke functions the same way we're doing our top stitch. And then I'm going to do my dashed line, and I liked a 1.5. Make sure that there is no fill on this. It's not a big deal on a technical because it's just white on white, but if this was something you're going to do a clipping mask for the background, you would see little white sections in between those points, which you don't want. Okay, now I'm going to actually clear my guides. So I go guides, clear guides. And then I'm going to group all of this. And then I'm going to make it nice and big to fill the page. And there we have our beautiful skirt technical.